Hey everybody, and welcome. Today, early this morning, we are going up the skylift here at Skylift Park, and I'll turn the camera around so you can see a little vantage point of where we're going. Jennifer and the boys wanted to stay behind today, so I am running solo, but always wanted to go up here, see what it was about, so I'm excited to take you guys along with me, and we will experience it together here. So this is pretty cool. It's going right over River Road. You can see a vantage point back here, and then of course see the river. There's a better look and view. We're getting ready to go almost straight up here, it looks like. It's pretty neat. You don't see a whole lot of people on the ski lift this morning, and it's probably because it just opened, number one. They open at 9 o'clock today, and so it is like 9:05. But in addition to that, it's also like 38 degrees. And a fun little fact about the sky lift is I was reading a fact just a little while ago that this is the longest running attraction here in Gatlinburg. And as we are starting to near the top, I looked over here and just noticed, if you look right there, you can see where a house once stood prior to the 2016 wildfires that were here in Gatlinburg. We are nearing the top. Looks like there's a photo op coming up here. All right, so we have made it to the top. And again, I have never been up here before, so I'm a little disoriented as to where to go first, but here is a map that kind of gives us a greater bearing of where we're at, and we are here currently. And there you can see the Sky Bridge. I think I'm going to do the bridge last. I think that save the best for last, right? So I think I'm going to take this trail here called the Sky Trail, and it looks like it wraps you around here to number 7, which is Tulip Tower. So let's do that first. And then it kind of looks like we'll have the opportunity to kind of meander our way back, come up here, go across the bridge, go back across the bridge, and then we'll head back down. And here is the first view from up top of downtown. All right, so let's go ahead and start on the Sky Trail. So here is the Tulip Tower, and it looks like this trail just kind of wraps around just like the map indicated. And if you're wondering, this is not snow, just a thick coating of frost this morning. It's still in the shade here. So again, we have never been here, and the countless amount of times over the years we have been to Gatlinburg. We've been up to Ober Mountain, obviously Anakista many times. But we have never been here to Skypark, and it was built in the 1950s. In fact, 1954 was when it was built. And it looks like the Sky Trail that we're currently on right now opened back in 2021. So this is a relatively new trail here that we're walking on. And here is a photo from the 1950s when it was just a single rider chair. Look at the difference between Gatlinburg today and Gatlinburg back in the 1950s. Lots of progress. And a little background of why this is called Tulip Tower. The fires that raced through this area destroyed 90% of the area's trees, but this large tulip poplar that once marked this exact spot was the last tree still standing that suffered severe fire damage back in 2016. All right, so here we go. Let's go check out Tulip Tower. We got a little bridge already. Let's get over to Tulip Tower here. And to give you a perspective of how long the Sky Bridge is, it is the length of 2 football fields, which is also the length of 1,360 salamanders, or 113 black bears, or 2 Big Bens. In here in the Great Smoky Mountains, there are 2 black bears per every square mile, 40 types of reptiles, and 60 species of fish. And right here's a look at the trail that we just went down a second ago, right over through here. And right here's that bridge that led us up here to the Tulip Tower. And here are the views from the Tulip Tower. And so there's different observation decks here at Tulip Tower, so you can choose to just go all the way up, all the way down, or stop and kind of read a little bit about the history of the area of Gatlinburg and where we're at right now, Skypark. Here we go. Here is the SkyBridge. And no danger of slipping on this. This does have some carpet here. In addition to the nearly 700 feet that the bridge spans across the valley below, it also has 30 feet of glass panels in the middle for even more impressive viewing. So if you're coming to Gatlinburg, I highly suggest coming in January and February if you do not want to be here with the crowds. Obviously, it's cooler. The winter weather's unpredictable. We live here in Tennessee, but we're about 2 hours and 45 minutes away from Gatlinburg. So it's a quick weekend trip for us. So we're here for a quick weekend, and then we'll be back home here in a couple days. But if you can make it out here this time of the year, even for a quick weekend, highly suggest coming out here during this time, because there's just no crowds. I mean, I am the only one on this entire SkyBridge. And you can see downtown, there's always action in downtown. And we're gonna go across the glass. So as we're going across this glass, there is a little bit of frost on the glass this morning, so watch your step. You can't see down to the bottom quite well right now, but you've got some really nice views of down below. So over by Tulip Tower, I had mentioned that they're building a sidewalk, a new sidewalk, and you can see right over here where that sidewalk extends to, something that they're constructing over here. I'm gonna ask around, see if they have any ideas of what may be coming, if that's public knowledge at this point. And out here you can see even more development that's off in the distance, and there's a little backhoe here, and you can see another trail off in the distance. There are different reports from who you ask here. Some people say that they have actually purchased a parking lot down below, and they're actually going to have trams that will take you to the top. So if you do not want to ride up the ski lift, you can actually come up one of the trams, kind of like over at Anakeesta. They have the Ridge Rambler trucks that will take you up here. The other story is that they're putting a retaining wall up because of some erosion that's occurring. So that could just be simply due to the construction that's going on. And if you look right over here, you will see the cables that lead you up to Ober Mountain. And right here was an American flag that was recovered from the 2016 wildfires. And here is a picture of the top from 1954, the progress to 2016 before the November 2016 wildfires. This is after the wildfires, as you'll see here. And the recovery in 2019, the renovation that took place, which is what it looks like currently today. And to kind of give you some bearings of where we're at, right down there is Anakeesta. Of course, you can see the ski lift right through here up to the top. So this is East Parkway in that direction. And then over here, of course, you'll see the ski lift to come up here, the Skypark. And over this way, you'll see Airport Road. It's kind of hard to see with the sun glare, but right there, you can see the point of the Gatlinburg Space Needle. All right, so we're now going to take the trip down the mountain. Appreciate it. Thank you. Right. And now it is time to take the relaxing trip down the mountain and enjoy the views. So again, as I was mentioning, one of the employees said that they actually purchased this parking lot, and they will have shuttles or trams that will take you to the top and bottom of the mountain here. Another employee said that it's just going to be like a sidewalk for emergency situations to get patrons down to the bottom of the mountain if necessary in a quicker fashion. So who knows? There could even be a third or fourth option that wasn't mentioned today, but those are what the employees up top told me. Two different stories, but I could just ride on this ski lift and look at the views all day, to be honest with you. They do have all-day tickets that are available as well. And there you can see over here the tram going up to Ober Mountain off in the distance. Way out there. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. And again, all more the reason. You can see there's just no one on these ski lifts today. And it's now a little past 10 o'clock in the morning. The sky lift has been open, or Sky Park, excuse me, has been open well over an hour. And I'm like the only one on this ski lift right now. And let's see if there's anyone behind us. Yeah, I don't see anybody back there either. So, pretty much riding solo today, guys. Not only in my ski lift riding solo, but I think maybe the only one on the entire ski lift from the bottom of the mountain to the top. And as we're coming back down to the Parkway here, you'll see the Space Needle. So you can kind of get a reference of where we were. Right up there. To where we are at the bottom. And right here is the Gatlinburg Inn. Of course, famous for where the song Rocky Top was written. Right inside this very famous historical hotel here in downtown Gatlinburg, Tennessee.